I came into meditation path, so I was able to look into my childhood. I embraced my inner child, decondition myself. So meditation path is path of awareness. When we look into ourselves, we can't bypass these layers, the layer of the mind. Whenever we recognize something as something like an imprint, which is formed at a very young age, we change it, reframe it.
I had always terrible back pain. I was told by the doctors that, okay, well, you're going to be like that until you die, despite every effort and, yoga and, chiropractor and everything. But after meditating, about a month and trusting my coach, Chandra, I tried the manifestation process, trying to visualize myself completely healed from this pain. So that was a kind of miracle for me. Because after 3 months, I could really stand. I could drive without pain, thanks to meditation practice.
Both Chandra and me come from a corporate background. Seeing the stresses, seeing the confusion, seeing the issues that we generally have in the corporate world, meditation came in as a silver bullet to most of us. So definitely to me, I used to be a very excessive thinker, and that is where the solutions provided by meditation, the state that meditation gets us in, really helped.
Welcome everyone to week 2 of 40-day program. This is the health week, and we will hear about the benefits that meditation provides to our health from Chandra sir this week. I am Richa and I'll be your host for this week. I have been associated to with the CEO for about more than 2.5 years, and with the regular practice of meditation and joining 40-day programs, I've been also involved in volunteering activities and book clubs. Meditation has helped me immensely. It has reduced the overthinking and that I used to have. I would never speak up my experiences because I would think that everyone would have the same experience, and I don't have anything new to add to it. It also has with clarity and awareness, I have started envisaging solutions to the problems in my head that comes effortlessly. I've been able to, I just put intention that I have to do something, and then on its own, when the right time comes, I am reminded of it, and I do it effortlessly. I'm also able to organize myself just because I have the clarity of what I need to do at that specific time. And also I am able to take up new things without any fear that how it is going to come up. And that has helped me a lot in learning new things as well, taking up new new activities. We will start with the session today. Welcome, Chandra sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Risha madam. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Wonderful afternoon and evening. So when my younger brother, medical doctor, Dr. GK, would mention that Somebody came today. He used to run a clinic. He called it Meditation Health Clinic. And he would narrate. So somebody came in, and this woman for the last 9 years was not able to do basic things at home because she had this serious back challenges, suffering, no solution. Young children could not support them, helplessly. But then now, after 2 weeks of regularly coming here and then going back, now she starts already doing some things at home. She feels like her life has come back to her. What happened? Meditation started healing a back challenge. I used to hear many cases of meditation helping to heal. There are 5 layers of experience that we're going through. A physical body experience, then emotional body experiences, the mind body experiences, the intellect body experiences, then of course the bliss body experiences. When there is, the physical body is the basic thing, and we all know that. When there is COVID, everybody forgot everything else. While otherwise the man is in pursuit of experience of each one is higher than the previous layer. But in pursuit of going higher and higher and higher in our experiences, when things are not working right, it ultimately comes back to physical body. We know that it's survival. If the body health is great, then we start looking at emotionally how great we are. If that is great, then we start looking at intellectually. We start looking at how can I have better experience of traveling, this and that. If that is good, then I start looking at how can I have even better experience of writing or critical analysis and thinking and all that. If that is great, then we start looking for something beyond. We're looking for different levels of experiences, and one we finish, we transcend, then we go to the next level, next level, next level. In order to, of course, pursue those pleasures, we need to have the health in the body. Meditation is helping us heal all bodies. That's when I realized that meditation is not just peace of mind, it is helping to heal all bodies, because meditation fundamentally is helping us to discover who we are from inside, which is touching all of them. Healing our physical body, so any ailments, illnesses, of whatever kind they are, ability to heal them. Emotional body, there are various challenges, not being able to express, feeling all the time various limited notions about ourselves, like guilt and like separateness, where we constantly inflict upon ourselves, because of which various challenges that arrive emotionally, becoming weaker and weaker, emotional body. Mind body, slowly losing memory, or constantly not being able to, feeling low about our capabilities, or not being able to even hold that thought, and then completely feeling run down because the thoughts are constantly taken over our mind. These are so essential, we all know it. The minimum that a human is looking for is the physical health, emotional health, and then mental health, so then we can stay and then have a basic experience of life. What we see And then meditation, as we are emptying the mind stuff, and then as we are staying in this infinite field of quantum where we seem to tune into various other frequencies, which collectively helps to heal these three bodies. That means we're getting better and better and better. We'll explore scientifically how meditation is helping to increase our physical quotient. Now, when I looked into the subject of fight or flight mode, that our body has this intelligence of a fight or flight mode capability to fundamentally take care of itself when there is a physical danger. When there is a physical danger, body has the capabilities to take care of itself. But then, while it's fascinating, it was an alarming when the moment I read that the same physical danger that we put the body into, the states that we put the body into when we constantly ruminate in our mind. It's called stress mode or emergency mode or fight or flight mode. And so then it has significant effects of how our health is getting impacted. The moment you put the body into the fight or flight mode constantly, or the survival mode, or the emergency mode, that has got significant effect on the body's health, physical body's health. That's why more than 90% illnesses are based on stress-related. And the moment we understand scientifically this aspect, and then the moment we put connection that meditation is helping to help us get over this pretty quickly, then the physical health is gained instantly, just by the simple practice. And when we understand that meditation brings a lot of hormonal changes into our mind, the kind of as the mind becomes empty, something beautiful seems to happen. That there are several feel-good hormones are produced. And as a result, suddenly one's mental health is improving. It's no longer dependent on what's happening environmentally. Instead, it starts producing these great hormones, so we start gaining better health, mental health. And of course, several studies that demonstrates that where long-term meditators, the mental abilities start improving. That the gray matter, that the neural capacity, the neuroplasticity, ability to freely, flexibly sort of rearrange themselves, these two things improve significantly. That over a period of time, long-term meditators, the mental abilities are increasing for people. Their reading and learning abilities, all of them. Emotional intelligence is there to multiply our experiences, and meditation. Many are first telling us that meditation is just bringing my anger in control, because anger is one of the dreaded things that is fundamentally spoiling a lot of times relationships. But anger is just one thing, but several low emotions which we carry. And so meditation, because it builds a lot of awareness, seems to bring a significant change in the way we deal with ourselves and other people emotionally. While we are healthy physically, we are intelligent, but then there are times where we are not able to handle ourselves or people around. But meditation, where there are greater awareness, and then its ability to identify and break a fundamental scientific concept called thinking, feeling loop. Its ability to break the thinking, feeling loop that some of us go through, which is the basis for mental rumination. That means incessant chatter in the mind of thinking and feeling about the same thing again and again. And so unless we break, unless we emotionally are there, aware to take a different response, we go into the same feeling again and again. And so because of some of these fundamental abilities that meditation brings into us, we're able to improve emotional intelligence greatly. And so, dear friends, we're going to explore these matters this week scientifically. how when somebody practices simple meditation, it builds upon this. Some things that are the basic three layers of human living qualities of physical health and energy, mental abilities and mental health, and then emotional regulation, intelligence capabilities. Let's go into meditation, friends. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to rest the mind. Our mind is going through thousands of thoughts every day, and then nearly most of them are unwanted, negative, worrisome. So when I observe the natural breath with our eyes closed, we can make the mind slowly go into emptiness. And so the process is very, very simple. As you see in the picture, sit on the floor or in the sofa chair, cross-legged, fingers into finger, hands rested comfortably in your lap, eyes closed. Observe your normal, natural breath anywhere on the nose as a reference point, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows. So we sit down, as you see in the picture, very comfortably. Take back support if necessary. Spine need not be erect. Be comfortable in your body. And then remove the spectacles and then any reference point on your nose. And then at that point, observe, put your attention at that point and observe your breath is going in and coming out. Your natural breath. No manipulation of the breath. We're not doing any special breathing exercise here. We're simply observing whatever is our natural breath. All right. So simply observe that breath. As I observe that in-breath and the out-breath, slowly, slowly, our thoughts come down. Our mind is going into the emptier and emptier state. As mind is becoming empty, we may find everything around. If you put your attention, everything around, it's all black. It's maybe dark. Because it's removed everything out there, and it appears that way. It's all black, dark. It's an empty state. Some people say they're experiencing light. It's all light. Blue light, yellow light, green light, whatever that is, some light, yellow light. So the experiencing as a light, it's all empty. The key is empty. So you're observing the breath and then slowly, slowly experiencing the darkness, blackness, emptiness, or maybe some kind of a sensation, maybe there. Observe it, witness it. Observe that. No interpretation of anything that happens in meditation. We simply have to be a witness, observe. That's all is a training. We keep doing it over and over, then we stop analyzing and we start observing over a period of time. And so at any given time, you have a thought. In this process, at any given time, you will see that you're thinking actively, you're analyzing actively, you are worrying about something actively. That means it's all thought. Then bring your attention back to the breath again, and again observe the breath. Again, we slowly go into the empty states. We repeat this process, dear friends. However times it happens, however times, that many times, we keep bringing our attention back to the breath and observing. Called breath mindfulness meditation. And then before we do this, we're doing a process called heart elevation. Just follow my guidance. That helps us to go into deeper states of breath mindfulness meditation. For a few minutes of practice, heart elevation, relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. Scan your body from head to toe. With your eyes closed, specs removed. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, remove your spectacles, keep your hands on your chest area. And rest your attention on your sacred heart. And can you feel your beautiful heart with a slow, long, relaxing breath? Feel your heart center. Feel the center of all emotions, nurturing all life, with its energies of love, joy, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your life, from your past, from your present, where you felt enormous love, gratitude, compassion, kindness, or any of the higher emotions? And relive that moment. Feel that energy. Relive that moment and feel that emotion. And can you intend to send that energy to all things and everybody to help them become the best versions? We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, intricately connected with each other. Love, gratitude, are all the ways to become one again, to become coherent again. Feel, relive that moment. yourself to merge into your breath. Allow yourself to experience the emptiness, the darkness. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy with endless possibilities. The field of intelligence. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, the more you receive from it. yourself to experience that emptiness, that blackness, that void inside of you, all around you. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness of no body, of no thing, the more you tune in to the abundance of healing energies, love energies, empowerment energies, or whatever that you may become aware of. Challenge yourself to merge into that emptiness of yourself. This is your greater awareness, a greater mind. The more you are with it, the more considerate you are, the more empathetic you become. Relax your body. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? And whenever you're ready, keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. Physical health is not just mere absence of disease. It is physical, mental, and social health. World Health Organization. Of course, there are other definitions. There's physical, mental, social, spiritual health. This may be included. We all know this. Physical health, fundamentally, physical body health, fundamentally, we talk about it in two terms: having removal of the disease by itself, and second is having plenty of energy. Removal of the disease, physical body, getting cured or healed of the diseases, and then having energy in the body. Ultimately, when we have these, then we are bringing back our passions, things that we slowly give away because I've got this pain, I've got these legs that don't cooperate, my back has become very fragile. Some recurring chronic ankle pain showing up because some time ago, long ago, I hurt myself. Or many other things that my digestive system is not supporting anymore very well. So then we pull back from many, many experiences of life, even though we are interested. But the more we understand the spiritual practice, the more we understand that we are there to experience life till the last breath of our life, to the fullest form. Again, to the understanding that it is us who decide to walk away from this school of learning called planet to someplace else. Maybe we decide to walk away, not because an old age came, not because something came and so then I'm perishing. So the point we are saying is that can we live our life to the full, so then we stop, or if there is something, and then meditation seems to be helping us to stay in that state of, in that mental frame of health, in that physical frame of health, to be active, to be energetic, no matter what is the current state of physical body. What am I saying? I may have some kind of a pain in the leg or ankle. The pain stopped me before, but now after meditation, I've developed tolerance and strength to bear that pain. And so then I continue to do what I wanted to do. I developed tolerance to the pain. And so then I'm going back to my trekkings. I didn't pull back. I've gained enough confidence that my back is healing. So I've gone back into my business travel again. I seem to have developed so much strength with my digestive system that I no longer worry. I've already come out of my I'm retired, I'm 60 plus or whatever that is, I'm retired, but I no longer worry about this. And so I'm getting back to a consultative mode, and I'm getting back to doing some non-profit work, this and that, but I'm actually going out and coming back every day. Otherwise, I'm limiting myself to eating home food only. Many, many limitations creep in because the physical health, the way we think, is holding us back. But friends, meditation seems to help to revitalize the system. If we scientifically understand, it requires us that we drop into that delta states, the states where body is going into a regeneration of itself. The state, delta state, where practically zero thought state, the deep sleep state. So it requires, number one, that we are able to go into those deeply resting, relaxful states, and then so the body has its capacity to rejuvenate. And then second, it requires that we stop interfering into the system. First step. Every thought is energy sending a signal. Understand this as epigenetic communication. Please read the book called Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. And then that's just a starting point. There is so much research now. As we understand that our thoughts are sending signals to the cells to respond one way or the other. And so then we stop interfering by removing all the unwanted, worrisome thought about our physical health. When we do these two, then our health seems to improve significantly. Energy is another matter altogether. It's not about just, I eat some whole bunch of proteins and carbohydrates and suddenly get energy. That is just a very, very limited view. We'll understand that in another session of how we're unlocking fundamentally so much energy. People who meditate seem to be energetic, they're active. I would like to see from you, those of you who've been meditating, can you write, in case you found your energy of the body to be maintained pretty high throughout the day, no matter what you do. Please say that. If you found your energy is there constantly there every day, every moment until you hit the bed again. Those of you found the benefit. There are days you go, don't eat, but still energy is there because the energy is produced from somewhere. You'll understand that. But let's look into this physical health aspect today. And medical system is saying that the experts are saying, and there is a lot of evidence that stress is the number one cause for stress is the number one reason for a lot of illnesses in the body. And so what is the scientific aspect of the stress, and then how meditation helps to scientifically to eliminate stress? And what is the downside of not knowing about this concept, that we continue to cause so much damage to our physical body when we don't understand? The moment we understood, that's why knowledge liberates, knowledge helps to experience differently. Thank you, that's great. So a lot of us are talking about meditation, increasing our energy. Meditation relieves stress, improves physical quotient. Stress is rumination in the body, in the mind, in many, many ways of all kinds. People putting pressure in many ways, or rather nobody puts pressure. It is us we're taking that pressure into our mind in many ways. Thinking over something over and over and over, feeling about it, how worse or how bad or sad it is, feeling about that thing, I don't know how pitiful it is for us, I don't know how bullying the situation, whatever. There are the many ways that are how you, how low. Things that we keep talking, thinking about and feeling about things that have happened over and over and over, or that are yet to happen over and over. Putting a lot of pressure on the system in our physical body, which we're not aware, but that it does. We understand that today. So fear of blame, few reasons, but there are a lot of them, a few reasons, particularly in the workplace. While this is there in every layer, family circles in the community, in the context of workplaces, then I was always worried about how people are going to point to me. And we stop taking. Fear of blame. If you do something, people can blame. If you don't do something, people can blame. Pleasing people constantly, oh, did I get this thing right to them? Are they thinking, am I making them happy about it? All the time trying to please people, otherwise, they may not even be, we may not even be their good books. My God, there is so much struggle to keep people happy around. You want to go and spend your weekend here, they're telling you, hey, let's go there. Then you start trying to please them. Okay, if I say no flat out, then I don't know what they're going to think. You want to do something at workplace, then their bosses and then the leads are coming and they're telling you, hey, this is more important, this has to be done. They got to please. You want to do one way, they're telling you 2 other ways. then you got to please them. Otherwise, God knows what they think, or what kind of evaluation I get. Managing people, pleasing people cause so much stress. But those situations, while we'll understand how to improve those situations, well, let's understand physiologically, physically what's happening to deal with them today, what's happening to the body, because these are there. No doubt the great solution would be to not bother about these fears of people blaming us. If they blame, they cannot change them. Meditation gives us strength and courage. It fundamentally changes us from the way we think and feel about relationships, about situations. And so all these, the fear of blame and pleasing people go away suddenly. With regular meditation, that's part of emotional intelligence. We'll cover that in a later section. But the situation is that it is there. The fact of the matter is that these blames, the blame game is there, and having to manage people, that's going on. Juggling with a lot of overloaded work is there, which has been difficult. So all of it is causing a lot of stress. The stress can also be seen as three types of stress: a physical stress, a chemical stress, and a mental stress. Physical stress is where some things that you cannot control, suddenly floods are coming up, water raising, so that's going to put some pressure on us. You got to do something. You got to do physical work of draining water bucket after bucket, or do something, move all the furniture from this place to that place. Physical stress, there is a fire alarm going, and so they've got to really do something about it right now. Physical stress, dogs, walking in the morning walk, something that is charging at us. You got to do something. All physical stress, you got to protect, we got to see how to deal with it. Something not in your control, but if there is a way we can deal with it, it's great. Chemical stress, kind of food we eat, that puts a lot of pressure on the body to digest. The biggest thing, the mental stress, which is what we're talking about, a fear of blame, pleasing people, arguments, discussions, loss of things, business losses, any of these are causing a lot of mental rumination, puts a lot of pressure on the body, again, mental stress. Chemical stress, we'll understand, we get more awareness, we'll slowly improve our food habits, and so it gets reduced. But then let's understand, physical stress, what happens. There are a lot of things that are not in your control physically. And then it's beautiful to understand that our body has capabilities to support us, to protect us in a physical stress situation. Our intelligent body responds to external threats with the fight or flight mode. So when there is something that is about to cause danger to us in some way or the other, then you're walking in this went to the walking forest, you're walking, and then suddenly, let's say you see a snake on this trail right in front of you. What do we do? Of course, it is a lot of stress, physical. We got to do something. What do we do? Flight, potentially. Freeze. Very difficult to freeze. It may go away, but the typical things are fight or flight. If an animal is coming at us, and then you're doing the simple walk, and then suddenly if a dog is chasing at us, then we have to do one of these two, very common, right? Fight or flight. The third and fourth response are there for a spiritually advanced people, so we'll not talk about them. But then fight or flight. Run away or protect ourselves by running away or fight at that system, at that point. You're pinned to the wall, something coming to you, and of course you've got to fight. We know this. Now, the body, the moment our sensory perceptions, our conscious mind will recognize this and then send a signal, and then the body, through the sensory perception, to receive it, send a signal to the thalamus, hypothalamus out there, saying that there is something that is coming at us, and then this is the time based on the past that we have under the past experiences, that we recognize and then send an analysis and send that this is a danger, protect. The moment that meaning is given that there is a danger coming, and so then body immediately has to produce, and there is something called activates. It has to activate the sympathetic nervous system, which is making us very active, alert, to do some work, produce energy to actually do work. And then to keep us, so sympathetic nervous system to make us active to do work. Parasympathetic, their body has two things, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic, or the nervous system going from head to toe. The nervous system in the head is called central nervous system. And then the nervous system that goes around the entire body is called peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system, the moment it is responding to the environmental signals through sensory perceptions, is immediately based on the past experience, is sending a signal which is then produced as a chemical in the subconscious, in the limbic brain, that's called neuropeptide. So then it sends the signals through this peripheral nervous system to either activate or slow down. The peripheral nervous system there in the body is called two. One is sympathetic, another is parasympathetic. The sympathetic is active whenever you want to do work. Let's say you got to run with staircase, you have to work, climb up on a staircase. You need to get active. You're sitting down on a sofa, then you want to relax, you're sending a relaxing signal, and so then you activate parasympathetic nervous system to slow down, relax. So when there is stress, of course, we got to activate the sympathetic system to make it active, so produce extra energy, produce energy. Sympathetic is to produce energy, parasympathetic is to pull back, so there is a rest given. It is like you're driving your car, so you are like say, equal to sympathetic nervous system. You're slowing down, you're pausing there somewhere, you're there waiting at a traffic signal, you come back home, then you stop the car, is equal to going to parasympathetic. Right? Again, sympathetic, you press the gas pedal, so it's going, and then you pull out the gas pedal, it's coming back, parasympathetic. So that's sort of the way to think about sympathetic, parasympathetic. So activate this, of course, fine. And then in order to keep you alert and awake, in a physical danger, there's no time, even though you are like, sleep deprived for, let's say, last 15 hours you've been working, and so you're about to sleep, but suddenly this danger comes. So what do? You got to be very active. Otherwise, you can easily fall off and doze off. And so then that is time this cortisol and many chemicals are predominant to the body to keep it alert and active, and then to regulate the mechanism of the body system in a way that we're given maximum energy into the hands and legs, and then basically to move the energy supply into hands and legs so that you have a lot more better capability to protect, to run or fight. And so in order to supply that extra energy or the circulation of the energy, it has to take away, it has to cut off from other places. So when we are going to this fight or flight mode, body is given a lot more active alertness and a lot more energy in the hands and legs, better eyesight, there's no dilation, so there is no distraction, so it helps you focus right in front. So try to look at this way, that way, left side, right side, doesn't give you a good sight, so no distraction there, and so only focus is towards the front. What is there in front? So focused, can't get distracted from the sides. And all of this is happening, and in order to have this extra energy, what the body is doing is to take away supplies. It doesn't supply any more good enough energy to everything else, into the thyroid system at the throat level, into your brain. It doesn't necessarily give too much energy there, into your digestive systems, into your sexual gland, reproduction systems. All of those systems, energy is cut off, into your immunity system and the heart gland. Energy supply is lessened and lessened, instead more is given towards your hands and legs. Because we have to physically protect. It's wonderful, it's great. Because physical protection is important. Digestion is not important at that point. You agree with me. Sleep is definitely cannot be there. Digestion is not important, and immunity is not important at that point to protect ourselves. Instead, we need that extra energy. Just like when we are making a phone call, we're in the middle of an active work in meetings, and suddenly we see the fire alarm rings. Are those important? We got to drop and then run away, run out of the building. We got to drop what we are doing. Same thing it's doing, dear friend. The body is practically dropping many activities it's doing, instead giving us the energy to run, energy to fight. Beautiful. It's all there, physical. It's an intelligent system. This body is so intelligent. And I'm all in our awe of it the more research I read. 100 trillion cells that are there in the body doing so many operations simultaneously, coherently with each other. Can you imagine what happens if a liver functions independent of your head brain that is functioning and not having any relation whatsoever? We don't even know what it means, but there are trillions of cell operations going on coherently. And so there's only then it's all working greatly. And so it has this extra capability of protecting us by doing these important things. It's good if the physical danger lasts for only little duration. It's going to be bad if it's lasting for a long time. You know that. That physical danger, the animal pinned us throughout, and then we are going to be in this constant danger mode for a long time, then it is physical danger. So what does it mean? It means that your supply to the different parts of the body are not there. Energy is not there, cut off. Energy is not there in many parts of the body. You're not sleep deprived, just like that. So obviously the body is going to degenerate. But luckily, a lot of physical danger that nature set up that is not lasting for too long. As long as a human is not really causing danger to it, even a snake, if we are able to just keep quiet, then snake slowly goes away. Of course, you have the capability to run away, then you're out of the mode anyway. You're out of danger anyway if you ran away. But otherwise, that physical danger is disappearing. Maybe in a minute, maybe a few hours in case of floods, but it disappears. And so then our body pulls back from all of these chemicals are pulled back from the blood, and so our body comes back to normalcy. Otherwise, it's actively working in the sympathetic mode. Our nervous system is active. All these chemicals are there, which is regulating the body's functioning, where only energy into the legs and hands, into the eyes, but everything else is sort of in a shutdown mode, like that, fire mode in our companies. Fire mode, I don't know whatever that called. And so in the shutdown mode, but then, so for a few minutes, it's in the shutdown mode, and then it comes back to normalcy. Great. Now, what's the thing about mental stress then? The thing is, the mental stress is also causing the same fight or flight mode. Ultimately, it's all signal. The signal is going to the subconscious thalamus, hypothalamus to interpret as what it is. And so now, the more we worry about a future, the more we worry about a boss, the more we worry about a family situation, because, oh my God, I did something that they're not approving me. And so I don't know what's going to be like. And so the next few days you're worried, and there's that stuff going on at home which you're not able to deal with. And so all of it is also going as a signal to the body that it is a danger. And then it moves the body into the same fight or flight mode. Now, physical danger is disappearing in 5 minutes, 10 minutes in that morning walk of that animal. But then a mental danger does not disappear. That mental stress is remained for a week, for a few days, a week, a second week, and a third week, and a fifth week, and 3 months. We're still ruminating about it. How dare this person tell me this? We go on arguing, we go on trying to recollect, relive that in our brain again and again in our mind, feeling bad or low or frustrated, angry, whatever that is, but all of that is happening. Good stuff, great, but also not so good stuff is also being rehearsed and replayed, right? Think about it. You have an unpleasant conversation this morning with your boss. What do? The first break that we're going to get immediately, we're going to take a couple of friends and sit down and then narrate to them how worse that guy is. We're going to rehearse and replay it. And the research shows that we're going to replay it 50% more, dear friends. We add more dialogues and all of that to make it more emotionally connecting to them, because we've got to drain sympathy here. So many ways we are rehearsing and then telling the body this is really horrible. And so we're signaling the same, that we are in the danger. And so we're constantly keeping the body in a fight or flight mode. That means it's an emergency mode. That means the physical body is in a shutdown mode. For how long? For weeks to months. So what happens if the physical body is shut down for weeks to months practically? If the digestive system is not taken care for long, if the thyroid system is not taken care for long, our suboptimal functioning is happening. Suboptimal functioning. And so then all illnesses start creeping into the body, dear friends, one after the other. Some people say, I had this, I had that, I had this. A lot of it disappears suddenly is because when we come into meditation, a lot of this is disappearing. Meditation then is helping, is lowering the stress, because pretty clear, the stress is happening from where? All this rumination of the mind, of incessant thoughts of the mind. And all of those have been slowly removed with the regular practice of meditation that we are doing, that all of that is removed. Slowly, it becomes lesser and lesser. The volume of thought, let's say a very stressful person, 70,000, is coming down to 60 in a week or so, coming down to 50, coming down to 40, coming down to 30, coming down to 20, maybe 15. Maybe that's where they'll start hovering, or maybe 10. And if you're a long-term meditator, they bring it down to as low as that. It could be even lower and lower. And the realized person is essentially saying that, no, you are really have thought when you're working. When you're not working, there's no thought. You're going to zero state. That's what we want to do. But we have the opposite. We have constantly have all kinds of that all the time. If we say, I want to rest for a little while, then we're trying to come down to zero. It should be the other way. Be in the zero state all the time, but then bring up the thought when you have to do some work, otherwise zero state. Of course, meditation is for a rescue. We don't have to go somewhere to be in zero state. Wherever we are, we close our eyes and observe breath, we are into the zero state. Oh, meeting is there? Go and attend to the meeting. So meditation is removing all thought. And so then, slowly reducing all emptying the mind, so stops interfering into the body. So no longer the danger is kept, so pretty quickly brings us out of this stressful modes or the fight or flight modes. And so then the cortisol chemical that is there is sleep depriving chemical, keeps us alert. So the reason why we can't get good sleep and we have to roll on the bed again and again is because in some way the stress is carried. That chemical is there plenty. There are a lot of things, I'm simplifying here a little bit of it, but a lot of things that go around. And so, but then one of that is called cortisol. And so when these interfering thoughts are removed from the body and from the mind, and so then these chemicals are no longer there. And so then our body comes back to being, healthily working. Your thyroid function gets better. So then hormonal imbalances disappear, right? Your digestion starts improving. So now heartburns and this and that, everything disappears slowly. Because everything is linked to thought, psychosomaticism. And then we are, of course, the stresses are removed, the reproduction system working greatly, no drive before, then you feel there are all kinds of active interest is there. And so then all health is come back. Many people talking about it, and that's why we see self-assessment surveys. And 3 weeks later, when I ask and then say 60 to 70% are telling us that they're healing somewhere, some part of their health. Migraines disappear. The healing, then my migraine is not occurring anymore. I'm getting some relief from my back. Some people take longer, but it does happen. I used to have a chronic backache. I believe it started somewhere around 93 or 94. And every time I had this backache, I had to rest for 4 to 5 days to sometimes 8 days, 9 days, rest full. That means so many days out of the circuit of work and whatever. That now, I cannot even imagine that I had that. And I had this continuing. Well, after I came into meditation for a few years, but the recurrence reduced slowly. Earlier, I used to get every 3 to 6 months once, at least twice or thrice. But then recurrence reduced slowly once in 2 years after coming to meditation. And then after about 7 or 8 years later, I think I stopped having practically. Than once I had in 2016 significantly. But then thereafter, no more of it. So that back aches, which I never thought I'll ever relieved of, are completely gone, dear friends. It's bound to happen. It might take a little longer for people who are still saying that I've not gotten full relief, but it's going to be absolutely there. The deeper things that are there, that body has to work on itself, take a little longer. You've got to give that time. But they are all getting relief. Physical health absolutely is coming into our hands again. It's not because of somebody. It's not because of some loss that's happening. It's because the way we think and feel about it's happening. And so we gain control of all of it. Meditation develops. We're going to cover this. It develops a lot of feel-good hormones, reduce mental variation. But I wanted to conclude today. And then there are a lot of concepts that we will move into the next second half of this program, or into another program that we're going to design a level 2 program later. But it's helping repair the body. Meditation increases our immunity significantly. As an anti-aging, there's a lot of research science around why meditation brings youthfulness into us. It's an anti-aging. There are many concepts of how the telomerase, which is there as part of a DNA's end caps, which are maintaining in size and increasing in size, that has linked to our cell reproduction, and so then linked to aging or anti-aging. And meditation seems to improve that. Meditation is doing new gene expression. So there are illnesses that are there, not stress-related, but are there. That fundamentally when you're born, there is some issue that is there, detected. So that's not stress for a baby. That's not stress for somebody in a young child. But then that must be something else, what we call genetic. And meditation seems now, and then we see this because the thoughts change and our genes upregulate and produce new protein to reconstruct the body. And so things are there. It's called epigenetic subject is there. The basis for a lot of healing that Dr. Joe Dispenza describes in his book called You Are the Placebo. And there is a basis for many of our participants who are also healing, that they thought are genetic in nature, they're healing. They're carried from their from parents and inheritance and all of that. They're healing themselves, epigenetics. Please read the subjects. And so this is for topic for another program altogether different. But overall, I want to say that if our thoughts change and then we start becoming more and more positive and more significantly higher in our emotional states, become more hopeful, more trusting. And when we start doing a lot of these, then we start improving our physical health significantly. But the scientific basis being that we don't interfere into the body, number one. Number two, we move the body into the most restful states called the deep sleep states, number two. And then number three, of course, with the thought we are causing epigenetic changes to upregulate the genes, and so then our body health is overall improving, right? So physical health is a great boon through meditation. So thank you very much for staying through to understand this important topic. When I understood that if I've been rehearsing and replaying a past incident, that is no longer was, that replaying an incident because I'm emotionally charged, but then recognizing the damage it's causing into the body again, because every time you replay, you're sending and producing a lot more negative chemicals. And so then you're further reinforcing for yourself that thing is true, that danger is true, that worst thing is true for you. And so body is sending that same negative signal. So keeping the body in the sustained stress mode and emergency mode. We're doing disservice to ourselves just by rehearsing an old event that happened. Gone is gone. You got to figure out a way to disconnect or disengage from the past. Otherwise, we're doing a lot of disservice to ourselves, our body. Our health is going down and down and down. The moment I understood, then it made more sense to me. I became a lot more aware now about anything negative, anything in the past, even casually talking about bringing up a past accident that happened long ago, which how worse you felt that time. It's not a proud moment to recollect it. We become more aware to stop talking about things that are unwanted. The only time you bring up something is if there is an inspirational story to connect, to bring it as an inspiration for somebody, we do. But otherwise, it's not necessary to, as a general practice, to bring up things that are unwanted, to suddenly take us into a wrong memory lane. to reinforce those things for ourselves and to introduce fear into others around. Thank you very much. Any announcements, teacher?
Yes, sir, we have book club announcement. So today there is we'll be reading a book named Art and Science of Meditation by Newton Condoverty and Chitra Jha. There will be 2 batches, one morning and another evening. Morning batch starts from 8:15 and evening batches from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. India time. So please make use of this opportunity and attend the session.
Yes. So hope this is one of the very popular program, the book clubs. 2 days in a week, you've got to give some time on Monday and Wednesday, right?
Yes, sir.
Mondays and Wednesdays, if you give, then you learn these 2 books, different points of view. But if you didn't have time, it's a great opportunity to go and then join, because what are they doing? In about 6 hours, 5 hours, the entire book is summarized in many ways, right? Because it's going to happen over 5 sessions from this week all the way to the last week. So thank you, dear friends. Hope you utilize these opportunities, and we'll connect back again tomorrow, and we'll take a few sharing of questions from anyone in about after a short break. And otherwise, those who plan time only till this time, see you tomorrow. Thank you. Okay. I'd like to have somebody share their health experience of how you healed. Anybody who would like to share that first? Whatever that you're healed from meditation. I have your video on, madam.
Okay. My leg is heavy pains, sir. Foot in the foot back, heavy pain. It is gone, sir. I am really fully free from the pain. And thank you. And body is pain, full of pain. It is also gone. I am happy. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Gratitude, sir.
How many days have you been meditating now for?
For 5 days, sir.
No, you were not in a program before this?
Yes. In that time, it is decreased, but pain is not completely gone, sir. Not gone. But in this time, it's full completed.
Fair enough. So that was a 3-week program, right, madam? You were there in the last 5 weeks.
Yes, 21 days. Rakesh sir program.
So 3 weeks there and a week here. So now roughly about 5 weeks of meditation since the time you came into meditation for 5 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, great.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Gratitude, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Bharshita.
Hi, good morning, all.
Yes.
Can you please switch on your video, ma'am?
Yes. So, good morning, all. I have some doubt. So, usually, before I was getting up by 5 o'clock, but due to some reasons, again, I started getting up by 6 o'clock for this meditation. So I'll be not getting up and brushing up myself, and it kind of, I just wake up and I will start doing this meditation program and just join that. Is it okay? That is my first question. So, or we need to get freshen up, then we need to start this. Is there any particular procedures?
Anything is okay, madam. Are you joining from the day one?
Yes, it's a week exactly. Last Monday I joined.
Yes. What we say is all what we have to do, nothing else.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No orange clothes and no malas and no bath necessary for this meditation.
Okay.
We
So
don't need to
another,
be in a puja room. We just can be in a bed also.
so as you guiding us, like we need to bring back our consciousness about the breathing. If you are thinking about something, I'm trying that same thing, and this is the first time I'm trying the meditation, and yeah, like hell sort of thoughts will come, but still I am concentrating on that. And you will be saying like you have to feel the emptiness that I couldn't able to connect it. How to feel that emptiness around us, or
Yes. Let me cover that tomorrow morning.
okay.
Okay. I'll explain what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Other you ask, I'm sure it is in the mind of many people. What is emptiness? How to experience something?
yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. So, and one more thing, today I felt like crying in the middle. So, and it was so painful, sir. Like, I started crying, but not more. I couldn't able to cry because it was so painful in my heart. I don't know, like I did something wrong in the meditation, or I didn't get that. I thought of asking.
Madam, that's a common experience that we see and hear and then people go through. That feeling like crying,
Okay.
and then that emotion then translated into some kind of heaviness. Using the word pain is throbbing pain or some kind of heaviness. Both are possible. Right? The heaviness increases to a point where you feel it's pain. When I say pain, what is it? Heaviness?
Yeah, it's so heavy in my heart.
Yeah. So we're using that word, but yes, it is possible because we are potentially, there is so much that has happened in all our lives in many ways for everybody. There is all kinds of situations of the past that we wouldn't have expressed the way we would not have become free of them. Everything is an accumulation.
Yeah.
We accumulate materially so much, we accumulate mentally and emotionally also so much, because what we have to let go and release, we don't. Because of various situations, right? Various situations, the way we've been conditioned to think and feel. So we just have to say yes to many times. And so then we're doing it. And so all of that is there, heavily there. What are the reason for many illnesses is these two. These old, heavy, burdensome experiences and memories and feelings. So we'll have to release them. That's all energy that is there, bound. Energy that is captured, energy, it's all there because every thought, feeling is energy. Okay. And so then it is possible that we are reliving some of that. And so first thing meditation is doing is to pull out a lot of the suppressed memories. So we don't know why we're doing it, but we're going to go through a lot of this emotional release. It's happening for sure. So every time you release emotion, you know it, then you become free, right? Some event happened and you want to desperately tell somebody and you want to tell, then you become free, but otherwise you're holding it to yourself, swallowing it. And so same thing happens here. Out of no reason, meditation brings out those things that have been suppressed out, and so we release them. So people become free, right? Emotions start getting better with the health. The good thing to have, please continue. What do you do? Just go through it, live through it.
Okay.
Okay. It'll
And
disappear.
thanks for all the information, sir. What you shared. Even I had the back pain and the disc bulge L4, L5. And I had been to surgery also, like almost like 1.5 years, but still having a pain. So hopefully with all your support, and I'll become out of it, hoping.
I was I was advised surgeries many a times, but I was determined to do through meditation. I'm happy with that. So it's okay. If you understand the science, we want to spend enough time to go through it deeply, then we have that confidence to heal and heal and heal where there is time, right? And so then it's possible through meditation to heal.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have Karunaji. Please.
Hi everyone. Hope you are all doing well. Good to get back to another 40-day session. So since you asked to share a health-related experience, I wanted to speak today. So to everyone who do not know me, this is my 40th program with Buddha CEO. I have been associated with this since 2020 December. And since then, there is no look back. Mentally, I'm fit. I'm no longer bothered by people, situations, and health-related problems, personally or professionally, no other things. This mental fitness, this steeled determination is literally helping me to come out of health-related challenges and many other things. I also took to some art form, and I'm actively involved with PSSM and PMC here in Atlanta, where I live. So this Sajjana Sangatya and Swadhyaya and meditation is tremendously helping me. I no longer bothered by my medical reports, lab reports. Let the damn numbers be there, but I'm no longer bothered about it. It gave me that courage. So this is all I wanted to inform you all. Thank you, sir. And I owe my courage to the meditation and the spiritual science and the spiritual knowledge I have acquired in past 3 years. That's all about it. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So what I'm hearing from you, Karunaji, is that there is a physical illness that you're going through, which is anyway not healing, but then you're able to mentally become more fit and fit and
Yes.
fit, and so this becomes incidental.
Yes, sir. And it's there. It's still 3 months ago, I went for some lab tests. The numbers are still bad. But whoever come in contact with me, whoever know me, people don't even believe that I have some severe chronic health issue. They don't, I mean, it's not showing up at all in my way of functioning, either personally or professionally. So let the system be there the way it wants to, but it is not affecting me mentally anymore.
Awesome. That's great.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Karunaji.
We have Girish Cha. Please unmute.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Chandra sir. Today I felt very good at the insights you gave for the meditation. This was really awesome. But during the meditation, I felt like, I don't know, every time I felt like coming out of meditation, automatically my eyes were opening. I don't know why. So just wanted, curious to ask this question, why it was happening.
Why not? I guess for every why we ask why not. All right. So there is only in meditation, because we are going through an infinite array of possibilities that we can experience. That's the whole idea.
Okay.
Physically limiting, but then when you empty your minds, then many things can happen, because then suddenly you are at the energetic level. Then what can happen to a body and mind, and anything can happen. It's difficult to tell why something happens. But if it is a strong urge to have your eyes open, if that's what is happening, so be it. Go through that experience. At the next moment when the urge drops, then again close your eyes and continue. That's what we do, right?
Yeah. That's what I did. When continuously many times eyes were opening, I just kept the eyes open. I was listening the music, because the same thing what you said, let it flow as this goes on. So I was letting it flow.
Okay. Cool.
And another thing I experienced when I started meditation, joined this, I don't know, is it this effect or some other effect? I got a cold flu. And that is continuing, but I am doing the home medication, whatever the normal natural medication I am doing. But it does not come out. This is my fifth day.
I mean, many things can happen, and it's a problem, nothing to do with meditation, that we can't link up and say this is because of meditation. All right.
Yeah.
And or it could be some healing that may be happening too. Many things are possible.
Right.
Just dealing these two and then just continue.
Yeah.
We don't say with meditate, your flu will come. No. But we do know that sometimes people go through some kind of a illness. The term is illness, but it is not. There is a lot of transformation going on for some people. Okay. And so that those times, then there is a period where we thought that, okay, this is some big challenge that has come into my health, and then rush in. This is for long-term meditators. There's transition from one to the other. Okay, one stage to the another. And so that time it's we basically, if you stay in the company of other masters, they will know. You will know what you're going through.
Okay.
Please don't link any of these. Let's continue meditation. Yeah, towards right.
It's okay. Just these thoughts came in mind, so I thought to share with you. Nothing
Sure.
like I am feeling negative about the meditation, but as you said that it's an infinity experience, right? So maybe because of that, everything is coming, as you said, something inside which is erupting for the betterment. Maybe that of the reason for getting in all these experience.
Nice. Speaking nicely. Where are you from?
I am from Ghaziabad. Yesterday also I talked to you on, not yesterday, day before yesterday when you were there. Yesterday you were not there. So I talked to you on that.
You've been meditating for some time?
Yeah. This is my fifth day on this. But earlier I used to do other meditation. But I found this somehow it's a better. So I am continuing this for fifth day.
Okay. For Ana-Pana-Sati, this is first time you started this 5 days.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. We have Pushra Islamji. Please unmute. Yes, sir.
Good morning to everyone. And thank you, Chandra sir, for spreading this knowledge to us. And also thanks to my sister who asked me to do this meditation. I'm doing this from October, first the 30 days class, and then I did the 5th Amrut class also. When I started doing after 3 days doing on October, I've seen so many changes in me. I don't know what to say. Like I used to be very sick all the time. I used to have vertigo. Whenever I used to go out, because of the pollution, I get sick. So when I started doing for the last 3 days, like on October, what happened? I was sick again. I was sick, I had a sore throat, so I made a call to the doctor for an appointment. But in the morning, what I feel that there's no sore throat, nothing, no coughing. Like it was so heavy inside me. I thought, I'm so sick, I have to take antibiotic, but nothing. I don't have to take anything. And my husband, he was so surprised to see me. Like every time I used to feel sick, I have to lie down on my bed. It's all gone after 3 days doing it. And not only that, what happened, my son got sick one day and he was very sick, had a headache. So he used to take a very powerful and Tylenol, antibiotic, everything. But he told me to touch his forehead. So I touched his forehead. What happened? Like he fell asleep. And in the morning he wake up, he said, Mom, I was feeling so good. So I thought maybe it just felt good because of the medicine or anything. But he fell sick again. He was sick. So he said, Mom, can you touch my forehead again? And I touched his forehead. He fell asleep. And another day, what happened? My husband also got sick. He was so sick. And I said, you just sleep. I'll just hold your head. And I hold his forehead. and he fell asleep and said, you see, the meditation works so well. And there's so many good experience happening in my life. I don't know what to say, where to start from. And last December, my daughter came, and like he was also sick, and he has to go back to Canada. He studies in Toronto, so he got a ticket from economic class ticket. But I said, let me change to business class. And he said, Mom, it's too expensive. Can you afford it? I said, let's try it and don't think about the money. So I booked the ticket. I did the manifestation at night, and I thought, I hope that ticket is upgraded to business class. So the next day, the travel agency called that we have upgraded to business class. So it's fine. So, but still my daughter, she doesn't want to go to by business class. Says, it's fine. I said, it's fine, you go, you just go. So when he was in the airport, somehow a person we know, he upgraded his ticket to first class. And we didn't even believe it, it's in first class. And I said, no, maybe he was just joking. And then she was in the flight, the stewardess came to her and said, you're not in the business class, we're in the first class. And she said, how come it's possible? And like all my family members now, like they're believing in the meditation so much because of my health condition has getting better every time. I'm not taking any kind of medication, anything from last 3 months. Even my gas, I used to have IBS, it's gone. No, taking nothing, no medication. Thank you so much for spreading this knowledge to us.
Wonderful, Bushraji. When waiting to hear all of your experiences.
Yeah, I have so many experiences. I don't know how to share with you. Everywhere I go, I have all the good feelings, good vibes. There's so many good things.
And we are very, very grateful to your sister, and that is?
Yes, for Taslima.
Taslima, I know that. I want you to say that. Yes.
Yeah, and she also told me to read books, and I've already read 2 books. The one is Secret, and one is some other name of On the Way or something. And these are all helping me so much.
Yes. Meditation, in the beginning is the moment we come into meditation, we have intentions to now make friends with this infinite intelligence that we have inside. And which is called awareness. It's paying attention to us all the time. It's saying, waiting like a patient mother. When are we going back to it? So that it wants to start to help. So there is a lot of encouragement that comes immediately as soon as we come into meditation to adopt to the path. So we get our health better, we have things manifesting, and many things start happening. But then it is also asking them to start becoming considerate, become more righteous, become more expansive in the way we do things to ourselves and to everybody around. So then this, in addition to regular meditation practice, the knowledge and wisdom that we learn to implement is important to say, what is really necessary for me, what's not? And am I interfering to the lives of something or not? So these are important, the knowledge and wisdom. And the wisdom is so important that we all need to regularly take to see how I can implement it in my life. So thank you, Bushraji, for sharing beautifully, giving hope for many. That's so important, first thing. Giving hope for many who think there is no more. My life is going to be like this because that health condition, that chronic health is just not going away, right? And so that is the hope that you give. And then 70%, when we do a research, when it says 70% people are, first thing they're pointing out is health challenge, 70%. Especially in the educator circle, 70% main thing is the health challenge for them, right? Which is always, there's so many people, it may be much bigger, some maybe didn't say. Please record your experience and then send us Why
Okay,
not?
thank you.
It will be there in many ways useful to many people. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sir, there is a message in the chat by Deepanshi. She says, I have anxiety, so whenever I do meditation, I am afraid that that my feeling all over my body and makes me unconscious. I start feeling pain in my chest. What should I do while meditating that it will not pain?
No, there's nothing like not pain. So what we're saying is you just bear with the pain. We got to bear with the pains. They do come, and then we have to bear with them. We have to continue the meditation. If it is absolutely not bearable, that's so difficult that you're not able to continue meditation at all, then yes, you break meditation, but you go back to meditation and again continue. It'll disappear over a period of time. For various reasons, I don't want to say it is healing this and that, but then the answer is that we have to continue to bear the pain and then go through meditation. It'll go away. It'll transition out of that to some other experience. Okay. Thank you. If Taslimaji is there, Taslimaji is there, just doing an amazing, amazing spread of the meditation by herself to so many. Yes, madam, great to have you, sister. Practice it.
Yeah, thank you.
Please say a few words.
So much to say. Like after
how are you spreading it? How are you spreading it? Yes.
Yes, I think I'm going to teach my sister's kids now how to meditate, because and then whomever I meet, I tell them. So I don't know, I cannot thank you enough. It's changed my life. Like I used to be so scared of everything. Now, not anymore. And I know, and I read a lot, and it's changed. Like my sister, she changed a lot, and I think I don't know. What else? Like now I joined your coaching, right? Then I don't know what to say anymore.
Okay.
I think I found myself.
You found yourself. Okay, great. That's all we want.
Yes.
We want everyone to find themselves. We go and then help others find themselves. That's what we want.
Yes, I used to. Like, I didn't know. Like when I first joined, I wanted to join I thought somebody could help me, but then after reading books and doing meditation, I found that like I was looking. I think I'm enough. I don't need anybody. I understood like how powerful humans are. I mean, that made me believe in myself. Like I used to have friends who used to tell me, because I used to do healing class. I learned healing class. They used to say, oh, heal me. And I said, no, you need to heal yourself. I cannot heal you. So after this meditation, I realized like, how can I heal anybody, right? I have to heal myself first. Anybody can heal themselves.
Great. That's some deeper spiritual wisdom, understanding from there. Thank you. So thank you all, dear friends. Thank you for everything you're doing in Boston to Bangladesh.
Yes. That's what I want to do. I want to open a center. I want to open a center here, meditation center.
Yes. Whenever you are ready to open, you call us and we'll be there to do the first session there.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, dear friends. So we'll meet tomorrow again. See you all. Thank you.
I draw it to my heart. It's already here.
Thank you all for joining. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time again.